Alright, so now we've got our nice STI intercooler in there and a new underhood inductor. And if you haven't heard about them yet, you can see them on our other videos. Links are in the comments. I reckon it's time to give that STI intercooler some sweet airflow action. So let's put a nice big scoop on there. So what I've got here is a genuine STI 2001 Bonnet Scoop. It's got a lot bigger opening than the GC8. And what we're going to be doing is modifying this to fit the GC8. Now, it's not really all that different shape-wise. It's a little bit, it's enough to matter. But here's the GC8 scoop. If we put it back to back, it's not all that different. Okay, so this is one I had to repair. Alright, it was all busted. Advantages, I got it for free from a wrecking yard. So yeah, first thing I'm going to do is sand the paint off around the edges. I'm going to start doing fiberglass. Alright, so I've given the edges a rough sand with some 80 grit, just so that our glass will stick to it. Now what I've got here, this is just a cardboard box. What I've done is cut a hole the size of the scoop, put some bracing inside it so it's nice and firm, and then taped it over the top with some plastic tape. Now what I'm going to do with that is just to sit the scoop in like that, and then just to lay the glass matting over, so the glass matting sits flat once it's dry. So it's kind of a pseudo bonnet. Okay. So what I'm going to do is just grease all that with Lennox so the glass doesn't stick to it, and then sit our scoop on it, and then just lay the glass over top. Okay. So now it's cured for a couple of hours. Let's just lift it off. Just carefully. Oh yeah, that's beautiful. So the Lennox did a fantastic job of being a release agent there. So there we go. Now we've got our edging on there. So I'm going to let that fully cure, and now we can do some work on the bottom side of it. Nice. Did an excellent job. Cool. Alright, so now it's the next day. So I've let the fiberglass cure. I've cut off the right angle edges. And then what I've done is just give it a clean. Cleaned all the Lennox off the inside that was residual from being on top of the box. Okay, so wash that with wax and grease remover. Sanded the inside of the scoop. It's flipped over now. So now it's time to glaze the bottom side. Alright, so okay, I'm going to mix up the resin now and slap it on. Alright, so that's the second, and in some places the third or fourth coat of fibre. And you can see there I'll just put a final layer on fairly dry just to mop up the excess resin. Alright, so I'm going to put it in the sun now and help it cure, and we'll come back to it and see how it went. Alright, so it's gone off in the sun for a while. Now I'm going to give it a final coat. So a little bit more matting in some places and put a gel coat on top and everything. There it is. Right. So most of this is going to get cut off. So I've added quite a few layers around the front here where it's got to be bigger. It's got to come out there like that. Also braced where I did the repair on the scoop. So these metal pins are wrapped around the back of the fins. And it's going to be all tidied up. So this is actually going to be stronger than an OE scoop because these are going to be metal braced at the back. I've also added some reinforcing at the front under the top lip. Right, and if we look at it from the top, you can really see it start to take shape now. This is the missing piece of the scoop, so I'll be able to fill that in now and repair it because I've put fiberglass on the bottom. Around the front corner here, so it's got to be bigger. So yeah, that's going to be good. Just going to be able to cut this to shape, smooth it out, fill it, and then get it ready for paint. So this is going to be sweet as, bro. So before I cut around the edges, I'm going to start blending the shape. I'm just going to use my box as some support for it. And I'm just going to start blending around here roughly. Well, it's got plenty of extra strength in the scoop. So I just get some old pieces of fairly coarse paper. And start cutting through that fibre. So what I'm going to do now is put the OE scoop on top with the retainers in it. Just sit it into the mounting points like this. Now 5 of them line up pretty well. And that'll kind of give us the shape that the scoop needs to be. Right, that looks about right. Now I'm going to get my Sharpie and roughly trace around the scoop. Like that. Now that'll give us a basic outline of where we have to cut. That's obviously going to be too big, but I'm going to cut it that size to begin with, and then we'll start fitting it to the bonnet. So you can see how close in shape the scoops are. It's a little bit wider at the front, a little bit narrower at the back, and the GC8 scoop's a little bit longer, but not much. Alright, so yeah, let's get to cutting. So there it is, there's the first cut to a basic shape. So now it's just a matter of fitting it to the bonnet. Alright, so it's time to get the factory scoop out of the bonnet, and we'll see how our new modified one fits. Let's try any on. Alright, well, it's not too bad. I purposely cut it too big so that I can trim it. So yeah, she's pretty good. It's just got to hurt a little bit off in some places. Just going to take it off by hand until we get it to fit. So yeah, it's looking pretty good. Alright, so that's got its basic shape done. Get a bit of a wipey. Okay, so here it is. Got it fitting pretty good. Now it's just sitting up in some places. Okay. That's due to the thickness of the fiberglass underneath. But it's going to look pretty cool. Alright, so next step is going to be to just fill the edges and blend it. Fill in the piece here where it's broken. And then we're really starting to get somewhere. Alright, so I'm going to start with the plastic filler now. Alright, so there's some basic smoothing done and blending. It's looking pretty good. Repair the damaged parts, or start to anyway. So now what we're going to do is try and keep fitting it into the bonnet. Okay, so next I'm going to add some extra means of securing the scoop down. I've got a couple of these. These are the threaded parts of OE hose clamps. Now what I'm going to do is just heat it up with this flame. Get it nice and hot. And then push it through under this flange. And just slowly work it in under there. Like that. So yeah, there we can see them push through under that flange. So they're going to have downward pressure on the centre of the scoop there between the fasteners. You can see them poking out the back, so what I'm going to do now is put some glass mat over the back portion of that plate. I've also set up some little moulds here to make some bosses, just to put a bit of pressure on these outside back corners. So that's just a bit of PVC cut on an angle, super glued to keep it in place, and then an M6 stainless steel bolt I've got suspended in the middle there. So I'm just going to fill that up around it. Alright, so let's get into that. Alright, so it's cured overnight. So here we are. So now the M6 bolts there are secured in the resin. And we can see there that our threaded bosses are also secured under this flange. Nice and tight. Look at these. So what we need to do now is just remove these copper wires that let me suspend the bolts in the resin, and give it a bit of a tidy up, and she's going to be cool. Alright, so there we go. Let's give it a basic clean. So now it's time to continue fitting it into the bonnet. Alright, so I've started to fit the studs. Alright. Now the front three and the middle back one happen to fit the bonnet already on the GC8. Also what I've got is just some M6 studs here that I've made out of some bolts. So what's going to happen with them is they're going to screw into these bosses that we glassed into the scoop. And we're just going to drill holes for them in the bonnet. So first they have to be marked. So the easiest way to do that is just to get some grease and just dab a little bit on the end of the studs, like this. Where that touches the bonnet we need a hole. So we line up the retainers that are in the right spots at the back, and just line up the front three by eye, and then just let the scoop drop and touch. You can see there we're left with the daub of grease there and the daub of grease there, and that's where our holes are going to be for the intermediate ones at the front. Alright, let's try it in the hole now. It's going to be So it's just these back two that we need to figure out now. So let's put them in. Okay, so one's touching there, and one's just touching there. I think the easiest thing to do in this case is just notch these out. Tin snips. Like that. That. This one's going to be a little harder because of the under trim. Now let's try it back in there. Ah, lovely. Lovely. Yes, sir. Alright, so it's now time to just finish off the scoop now that it fits in the hole. Getting very close to it being done now. Nice. Alright, so here she is. Got it all in etch. Now I've guide coated it. Right. Painted the inside matte black. Okay, so now I'm just going to wet rub it down with some 1200 and ready to paint. Alright, now for some colour. Alright, so there it is, straight off the can. I'm just going to let that settle a bit so I don't get any runs, and then I'm going to put it in the sun to dry. Just give you a bit of a close-up of it. Cool, hey? Not bad for off the can in acrylic. So the first thing I'm going to do is take the inductor off so that I can check all the mounting points and make some brackets and stuff. So it comes off first. Alright guys, boss is on the side here, and this is to pull the edge of the scoop down, just so it fits the bonnet properly. So obviously need some brackets to pull it down against the bonnet skin. So I just found these. These were just subwoofer grill brackets. I keep all these sort of things around the house in my garage in case I ever need them. So all I've had to do is just kick the end down a bit, like that. And they're just going to fit up here like this. Like that, so they're going to be nice and neat, and that's what's going to pull the scoop down against the skin. So one for each side, like that. I already had the hole in them and everything, so they're good to go. Cool, hey. So basically that's it. All the rest of the retainers just need some washers on them and nuts. So I guess it's time to prep the bonnet and the scoop for fitting. Alright, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to paint this area black. This is under the bonnet scoop obviously, and the new bonnet scoop is a little bit shorter across the front here, so when you look into the scoop you can see this part of the bonnet skin is still blue. So I'm going to black it out to just hide it a little bit. So I've got a big old rag under the bonnet to stop any overspray there. I'm going to cover up the rest of the bonnet, just give it a wash with some prep wash and then spray it with some matte black. Alright, I guess it's time for the Sikaflex. So I've got cartridge of Sikaflex 227. I'm going to run a bead of it around the edge here of the flange where the scoop is going to sit, and that's just going to help secure it in there. Alright, now it's time for the money shot. Let's put that scoop in there. Oh yeah. Alright, cool, there it is. So that's about it, guys. Let's have a look through the top now. Check it out. Not bad, eh? Yeah. So there it is, guys. A nice big STI bonnet scoop. It's going to scoop all that good air into that intercooler now. Not bad for a broken old scoop I got for free, hey? Alright, so that wraps this mod up. As always, thanks for liking, sharing and subscribing, and see you next time in Ned's Garage. Peace.